Guys, welcome to part 3 of my journal setup. I wanted to real quick show you the color palettes for the new sets of markers that I got because I am going to pull a couple of those colors into the weekly setup, and then we're just going to dive right into the weekly setup. So for the first week in July, I have decided that this is kind of going to be the layout for the entire month of July, and I will change it up month to month depending on what other kind of fun things that I see. But this is like kind of a combination of a couple different spreads that I saw on Pinterest, and then I kind of mishmashed what I liked and put them together. The only thing I'm not super thrilled about is the fact that I have to share a Saturday and a Sunday. So this wouldn't be that bad if it was a work Saturday, Sunday where I'm at the hospital, but when I'm at home on those Saturdays and Sundays, I need more space than that. So to get around that, I decided that the pages following, like the 2 pages following each one of the weekly spreads, is going to be left for like kind of expanding on the week. If there was anything else that I needed to put in there, any tasks that needed to get done that didn't fit in these spaces, especially on those weekend days, any of the things that like, I don't know, that I needed more information about. That's where I'm going to put that. And I have no idea how I'm going to set those up yet. But if you're not already following me over on Instagram, you can find me at Coco and Fluff, at Coco and Fluff. And then I will post them. Once I get it figured out and I set up those pages and actually start to use them, I'll post it over there so that you can see how it comes out. So my idea for this was I just wanted to bring those leafies in, and I kind of wanted to give them each like a little personality on each one of the days of the week. So as I go through and I start doodling them out, I will kind of fill you in on where I got those ideas for what I'm doing. And then as far as like the floating days of the week on each one of them, another thing that I saw on Pinterest that I really liked, there happened to be one of the things that I saw on there had a whole bunch of different ways for you to write out the days of the week. And this one was my favorite. It reminded me of frames. And since we did so many frames on the past 2 pages, I thought it would be really cute for this. So just a couple of little floating Monday through Sunday kind of framey things. And then on the 2 sidebars, what I wanted to do was have a space, just like I do in every single planner. I have a space for notes. I have a space for like cleaning stuff. I've got some trackers. I wanted the month on here so that when I get to actually start working on this, I can kind of go through and underline the week that we're in so I can have like a weekly overview. And then one of the things that I've been doing, and I love doing it, is tracking the weather, because I actually live in a place where the weather changes all the time. And so it's kind of fun to track it. When I lived in California, it was the same all the time. It was either hot or cold. Those were the 2 weather patterns. There was never spring, summer, winter, fall. It was winter and summer, and that was it. So it's really, really fun to live in a place where I actually have 4 seasons, and they are 4 crazy seasons. Like right now, it is obviously like the last week in June, and it has been anywhere from 50 degrees to 80 degrees. It just depends on the day of the week. So real quick side note, hump day. So this is the one that I came up for Wednesday, and this is little MMA Leafy making it up that Wednesday hump hill, and she's part of the way there. So that is what I came up with for Wednesday. And then I'm just going to kind of throw down the calendar. Like I said, I want to be able to keep track of like what week I'm in. Weather tracking, then we've got my sleep tracker on the side, which is kind of out the window with a puppy, my medication tracker, and then my cleaning schedule. So one of the things that I'm trying to do this summer is I've got a ton of projects. I've already gotten some of them done, like the kitchen projects. I finished those this last weekend, and I'm moving on to the next room, but that's where I want to put like the projects that I have planned for that week. So that's where that's going to go. And sometimes that might not be a cleaning, it might be an outside thing. It just depends on what it is. So then what else? Oh, and I put like a little leafy with a broom and a dustpan, because why not? She can clean, right? Then put the little bullet points down and just kind of go through, put some times on my little sleep tracker. Like I said, it's pretty much out the window with the puppy, but it's kind of fun to keep an eye on it and see how much she actually lets me sleep, which I can tell you is about 4 hours at a time. So right now we are still in the very not fun puppy stages. So now I'm just going to start writing in the days of the week, and I'm using the blue. I think this is called cornflower blue, and I can tell you that it is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. If I could use, I'm gonna use this for the entire month of July. This one and that kind of like pinky purple one, pinky red one. I really love those 2 colors, so I'm gonna be using those a lot. But so I'm just gonna write in my days of the week, and I have so many ideas for like the rest. So for the month of August with all the flower stuff, and the month of September with all like the fall harvest stuff. It's going to be so much fun. And that is why I showed you the little color palette, because if you want to go back and look at it and pause, you'll see what the color palette is for those months. So one of them is like a blossom, I think it was called, and it's a flower themed one. And then there's the other one, which is called warm fall. So those are the ones that we're going to be using for the month of August and September. So now I'm just kind of writing in my little leafies and kind of figuring out, like, so all the whites, I just want to put it all down at the same time. And remember that you can layer these. So if you just give them a few, 15 seconds or so, you can layer the colors on top of each other, and then, it's good to go. It doesn't like bleed through or do anything like that. And after I finished this entire thing, I remembered that I have a black gel pen. So I could have been using the black gel pen for all of my little leafies' eyes, and I didn't. So my bad. They all have brown eyes. And I'm just going to put in their little cheeks. And each one of these days, like I said, I did kind of a theme. So it's kind of obvious. On Monday, it's Coffee Monday. On Thursday, it's, oh my God, it's one more day. On Friday, it's TGIF, it's Friday. I ended up not using like the little like celebration horn. I ended up doing something different, which I like better. So, and as always, everything is penciled out and will be erased at the end, and really kind of, you can't really see it. Like there's some other mistakes on here which had to do with me messing up the pen, but as you can see, I kind of figured it out, and I changed to a whole new white pen, so I got rid of some of those problems. But this is how I ended up doing TGIF, with basically just like a celebration, like a popper going off around her, because thank God it's Friday, and then Coffee Monday, and then Tuesday, because it's summertime, you don't take your kids to school, but what you probably have to do is take them to daycare so that you can go to work. So that's my little thing that signifies that we're taking the kids to daycare. And I know it looks like a school thing, but I couldn't think of anything else that would represent taking a kid to daycare. I don't know. I couldn't really come up with anything for Thursday. My bad. Sorry. I'm not that creative. So it's just a little stop sign, taking them over to the daycare center. And then, like I said, Saturday and Sunday kind of irritate me because they're all on the same box, but we will figure that out. It is not a big deal. The weather tracker stuff, got that all down. And this is how the first week in July is turning out. I ended up starting it on the 3rd instead of the 1st, and so that I could do it on a Monday. But this is how it came out with all the pencil gone, and I think it looks really, really cute. I can't wait to finish filling out the rest of the weeks using a gel pen for the actual boxes and the lines instead of the actual paint pen. I think it's going to work out a lot better. And like I said, as soon as I figure out those other pages, I will post them over on Instagram so that you can see them. And anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope that this gives you some ideas. Like I said, Pinterest is a great place to find journaling page ideas. And again, if you're liking these markers, remember to follow the directions. Don't do like I did and ruin your markers. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.